People believe that love is external, that if I find love, I will be happy. What they're missing is the fact that love is an inside job. So how I became a love coach was purely by accident. I had a young woman come up to me in a bar and we were talking, and she said, you know, I'm really sick of all these men who just want to hit and quit. And I said, well, there is genuine guys out there, just wait around and you'll find him. Half an hour later, she comes back and she says, see that man over there? And I said, yeah. She says, I want to go home and beep his brains out. And I said, do you think that that's conducive to a relationship? And she said, yeah, that's how you find love, isn't it? And I said, I guarantee that it might not go the way you'd like. She rang me a week later and she said, you were right. I never heard from him. What can I do? So I gave her guidance around that, and then she found love, I would think, about a month later. The amount of mistakes that I made on my journey has enabled me to be efficient as a love coach, to say the least. But they stemmed from people pleasing, just saying yes when I wanted to say no, just settling for less than I deserved, accepting the, excuse the language, bags into my life, abuse and the toxicity in those relationships. Whilst I don't believe in mistakes, I believe there's no failure, only feedback, and they're all lessons. So people say to me, what are your qualifications? And whilst I am a qualified life coach, NLP practitioner, and sound healer, for me, it's not about the qualifications. Anyone can study and get a certificate, but for me, it was about my experience. Actually living the trauma and the pain and transforming it, and then finding my dream partner is, for me, where I come from and how I educate my clients. The women and clients that I work with are the past Belindas. The Belindas that were seeking love, that truly want to be loved because they deserve it, but don't know how to find it. The ones that are attracting the toxic partners, the hit and quit, the yes and no, hot and cold, not actually investing in them, in the relationship, and getting what they want. My goal is to enable women to truly love themselves first, because it is the first pillar in anything. You can think you love yourself, but do you actually love yourself? And enable them to attract the king or queen, whoever they want, that they deserve. The way I work with my clients is I take them through various stages. The first stage is essentially stripping it all back. We first find them self-love for themselves. So we forgive themselves, we forgive the past, we uncover their attachment styles, their trauma bonding, their love languages, and then we set them up for success in actually finding love. When you vibrate at that frequency of love, because you've done the inner work, because you've healed those traumas, because you've reframed your imprint phases, that is when an incredible person will come into your life. You don't need to be perfect, because even in my relationship, the traumas come up from those that haven't been seen, because you need to be in a relationship to have them come up. But you will find somebody that will support you through everything, thick and thin. They love you and see you and don't just abandon you. So there's nothing shameful in asking for support. Our friends and family don't know what you are dealing with, even though they might try and give you good advice. An expert will be able to pinpoint exactly what is happening for you and give you the right tools. You don't get a set of keys to drive a car, you have to get the license first. Let me give you the license so that you can firstly love yourself and find your dream relationship.